What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Friday. We're going to be taking a look at the charts, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I do believe it is decision time. We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to make this real quick. I'm running out of time, so let's get into it. I do want to remind you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen and tick the notification bell. I do daily updates every single day. That way you don't miss out on anything. Make sure when you hit the notification bell, you click the all so you get notified on all of them. A lot of people are saying they're not getting notifications. Well, that's why. So also, don't forget to give it a giant thumbs up and leave your comments. I will pause the video for a second to let you do that. All right, let's get into it. So looking at Bitcoin on the weekly, we've been looking at this as a giant bull flag, which I still am, with a break of it here. And if we look at just the measured move of this as a falling channel, the target is 13,300. If we look at this as a flag pull from the breakout over here, bring that up to the top to the breakout, then our target is 17,700. And the final one is measuring from here as a bull flag, or a flag pull, to the breakout of the bull flag. That gets us up to the $19,200 range. And again, guys, I still believe this week and next week are going to be very crucial. I do believe if we can get a nice move up, we could still see new all-time highs this year. Now let's get into the daily chart and see what's going on here. All right, so obviously this is going to be a point of resistance to 9,300 if we're able to break up and out of this, which we zoom in here. We did poke through the top resistance line of this falling wedge here. And again, if you guys are new here, this falling wedge is drawn in the daily, and if you look in the 4 hour, it's drawn in a little bit different because I like to use the wicks here. So I'm not sure exactly which one, but either way, it is a falling wedge, I do believe, and it is bullish in my opinion, unless we break through the bottom of this. And the bottom of this on the daily today is right around 84.10 would be the bottom of this wedge. So if we break down below that, then we'll be looking at the lower lows. And I will show you that in the 4 hour, what the targets are for that. But the target of the break of this wedge, if we are to break it today, the target would be, let's put a price label there. And it doesn't mean we get to this target today. That's just the target of the breakout. And that's going to be around the $10,150 to the $10,200 range. And again, guys, it doesn't mean we go straight up. Most likely we would get some resistance around the 91 to 9,300 area. And if we're able to break that and make it support, then we'd be headed up to the $10,100, $10,200 range. And as you can see, the volume is still declining in here, so we are still in this formation. Now let's look at the RSI real quick. And yesterday, if you watched the video, we made this a falling channel, which it still looks to be in. And we've been talking about possibly testing the top of this falling channel that we broke out of over here in the end of October. If we do come back down here, we'll take a look at those targets. If we're able to break up from here, guys, that's going to be extremely bullish. And honestly, I think that's most likely what's going to happen. I think we're going to have a good Friday or a good weekend. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at with that. Let's go into the 4 hour RSI and see what's going on there. So we drew this as a falling wedge in here yesterday, 2 touches on the bottom. And it looks like we are breaking through now. If we can close a 4 hour above this, guys, I see that as extremely bullish. We should have a nice move up today. So we may be seeing a move sooner than later. And I do believe it's going to be up. So let's look at the price action. Get that RSI off there. All right, so here's the targets. Like I said, we did poke up out of this a little bit here. The measured move Now this is off the 4 hour. Like I said, it's a different wedge. So let's do a measured move of the wedge and to where we broke out, and that would be during this 4 hour today. We actually might be seeing a massive breakout here within the next 4 to 8 hours. And the measured move off this one is around the 10,300 if we use that 4 hour wedge off that I've drawn off the wick. So looking at maybe the $10,300 range as a target there. But remember, I do believe we'll get resistance here at the 93. And if we can break above that and get support on it, then we're headed up to these higher ones. Now, let's take a look at the lower targets here. And what we'll do is take the Fibonacci retracement, go from the swing low down here to the swing high up here. And the 618, we've been getting support off that right here around the $8,530, $8,500 range. We did touch the bottom of this wedge one more time yesterday morning around 84.90, right in that range. If we break below that, guys, we do have the 0.65 right here, which this is a golden pocket between the 0.618 and the 0.65. So like you can see, we got a nice bounce here. If we do go back in here, I think it's going to be swift and back up. If we break down below this 8,400 range, then we're most likely headed towards the 8,000. I would expect a huge bounce there fast. If we do go down there, I think it'll be a quick wick and shoot up. But honestly, where we're at right now, I think we're going to hold here, and I think we'll most likely end up breaking out of this wedge today. Again, guys, that's just my opinion. We may not break it today, but I do believe either way, I'm more biased to the upside here, whether it be today or this weekend. We may get a pump this weekend, come up here, come back down for a retest come the beginning of next week, and then continue up from there. But these next 2 weeks are going to be, actually the next week is going to be really crucial as to what happens here. Remember, I have this up here at the 10.9 where we had major resistance back here. We're not able to get above the last 2 attempts. If we do get above this 10.9, then the target is 11,700, and that being a measured move, measuring this over here is a flag pull. This is the flag, pull flag, and the break gets us up to around that $11,700 range. That's where I'm at with Bitcoin, guys. Like I said, I'm still biased to the upside here. Don't forget, my wife's webpage, Anchor Image, is up. She's got a lot of awesome crypto stuff in there. This is one way to help support the channel, guys, and you actually get something for supporting it, not a bunch of BS. But she has coffee mugs, beer koozies, t-shirts, hats, aluminum signs. She also has some hoodies and keychains and some other stuff. You can hit her up in the contact to see the stuff she doesn't have listed yet or to ask her about it. But yeah, that's a way to help support the channel, guys, and I really appreciate it. All right. So looking at Litecoin on the daily, and then we'll move on to Ethereum. I want to remind you guys, I'm going to put a Bybit tutorial up top if you guys want to, dabble in leverage trading. That's a great site to leverage trade on, but keep in mind it's extremely risky, guys, and I wouldn't suggest super high leverage, especially if you're new. They do have a test net you can practice on with fake money before you attempt to use real money. And when you do use real money, I suggest you don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And learn risk management. You definitely learn how to use your stop losses and all that good stuff. So anyways, looking at Litecoin on the daily, let's do a measured move of this wedge right here, the falling wedge. Measured move, which we have already broken out of in Litecoin. A lot of times Litecoin leads the way lately. So yeah, 114 is the measured move off of that. Now let's go into... zoom in a little bit and look at what's going on here. I have a target here at the 7205, which will be the 200 EMA on the daily, and I would imagine we get some heavy resistance there. If we break up out of this, I had this drawn as a wedge, and looking at it as a wedge, we broke out of it already, came back up, tested it for support, but I'm not sure it's a wedge or a rising channel here. So if it was a rising channel, the measured move up from there would be, depending on where we break out, it's going to be around the $77 to $78 range. And what most likely, if we do break up from here, I see us getting resistance around the 72, come back, test the top of the channel for support, and then continue up to our higher targets. But yeah, it's looking more like a rising channel here. A measured move down, if we broke out, looking at it as a rising channel, would be all the way down to the 47, which would be actually 47 or 48, which would be a double bottom here. But if we looked at this as a wedge still, the measured move off that is around the $49.80 to $50 range, which would be right in here. So that is what I'm looking at there. We also had a measured move looking at this as a bull flag, which we popped up out of. I'm not so much looking at that anymore. What I'd like to see here, guys, is a push back above this wedge line here. And that is around the $61 range. If we can get back up in here, I believe we are headed up to break this. Going to the RSI, see if that's telling us anything, and then we'll go into... All right, so yesterday we've been looking at this falling channel that we came out of this rising channel. And again, guys, this is the daily. Takes time. And I had said yesterday if we broke below this and closed the daily, we'd have more down to go, and we have been playing down here. Now the question is, do we go to them lower lows, testing the bottom of this rising, broadening wedge here, or do we continue back up and break up out of this? We had more of a bull trap here, but if we can continue up and break back out of this falling channel here, this yellow line, I believe that'll be super bullish. Like I said, I'm really bullish on Bitcoin, so most likely Litecoin will be doing the same thing. It doesn't have to, but Litecoin and Bitcoin usually play along pretty well. All right, that's really about it for that. Let's go into go back to that, go to the RSI on the 4 hour, and then we'll go into... All right, so the RSI on the 4 hour, we were talking about this falling channel. We did break out of it. We are breaking back in now. If we close back inside this, chances are we continue up from here. Let me see something real quick. Would this be below this line? This be a falling channel here? Probably not. I just wanted to look at that. Sorry for wasting your time. Let's look at 4 hour. Same thing, guys. And so like I said, we broke out of this, looking at that as a falling wedge. We could come down to this 5670 range. If we do get another drop down, I would expect a bounce here. And I have these lower targets also, and basically, guys, all that is using the Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to the swing high. The 0.5 Fibonacci lines up with the bottom of this channel perfectly right over here. Let's see, what's today's date? The 15th, and this would be around the 17th, so Sunday. If this is a falling channel, it'd be around Sunday. We hit this 5671 range. If that's to break, guys, this 0.618 is at the 5457 range. 0.786 is around the 5130. So I would be looking for a bounce. If we come back down here, guys, it is possible we get right back up here today into this wedge. But if not, we come back down. I do expect a bounce at 5671-ish area. So 5650 to 5670. And like I said, the 0.618 is around the 5450 range. So if that was to break, that's where I would expect a big bounce. All right. We will go into Ethereum real quick. Same thing. Nothing has really changed here other than we did break down out of what I was looking at as a symmetrical triangle here, but it looks like we are trying to get back in. So this could have been a bear trap, which it does look like. It would probably trap some shorts down here if people got scared. Let's do some measured moves here. I'm not going to change the measured moves because I still believe they're valid. Looking at this as a symmetrical triangle, if we were to break up out of this, 215 is the first target. And looking at this as a flagpole, bringing it up to here, 225.62 would be the target there. So let's get that out of the way. I'll look at the downside target. If this cannot get back in that bottom line there, which it is trying to right now, but we'll see what happens. If it does continue dropping from here, let's put the Fibonacci retracement on here. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and leave your comments, guys. All right, so 0.5 is right at the 176.19. I would expect a bounce there if we hit. If not, if that doesn't hold, then we are looking at the 0.618 at around 170.74. 0.786 is at 162.78-ish. And yeah, that's what I am looking at. The measured move, if this is from the breakdown, the measured move, measuring this as a symmetrical triangle, gets us right around the 157.46 range. So that is where I'm at, guys. It's real quick. I'm still out of town. I will be back tonight. I maybe do a live stream when I get home. I tried on this yesterday, and this laptop just, I can't get the settings right, so that's why I didn't do it. But anyways, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes, leave your comments, and check out the Bybit tutorial. I'll leave it here if you want to check out leverage trading. If you use my link, it gives you a $60 bonus. I also have a Prime XBT link down there that gives you a 35% bonus if you make a deposit. So if you was to deposit $1,000, you would get $350 towards trading. So anyways, appreciate it, guys. Have a great day, and I'm out.